Okay. Hello. Welcome to the interview. Would you like to introduce yourself first?
Hello guys, my name is Abby or Meloncola. I am 20 years old. I am playing jungle for the team Femmes Fatales. I'm relatively new to League. I've been playing Professional Age Vampires and coach Professional Age Vampires for the last 4 years. Switched to League 1 year ago, and 1 year later now I'm stuck here. I don't know how I ended up here, but I'm here. Hello everyone.
Okay. Well, speaking of the Age of Empires times,
Mhm.
what was your level back then? Like, did you have some worlds, or like regional? What was your level?
Top level. I was playing solo queue ladder. I think my peak was 12 in AoE 3 and 22 in AoE 2. And I attended the Red Bull Wololo in Heidelberg with Gamer Legion as a coach, and also some smaller German tournaments as a coach,
But not
and
as a
some regional
player?
LANs as a player.
Okay. What were your earnings back then?
My earnings probably around 15K, I think, something like
Damn.
that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
big money, big esport money.
Big bucks. More than anyone else in this scene I've seen before, probably.
Now it's a bit less money, I would say, with our very professional organized team.
Just win EC and get the money there, huh?
Yeah, exactly. That's the plan.
Or just get a Sanrio sponsor.
That would be peak, honestly. Yeah.
That would be so crazy. um, okay. What was the reason why you switched to League?
Uh, the timing was actually relatively funny. I got knocked out of a major tournament 3-0, completely unexpected, and I was like, yeah, I don't know, I'm not really motivated to compete anymore. My level is declining a bit, and I needed something new. Then I just retired. I worked in the kitchen for a while. Some might know I'm also a professional chef. I worked in some very good restaurants. So I was focusing on that. And then I quit because I was like really hungry to compete in anything again. But coming back to Age of Empires wasn't really an option for me because I don't know, my time was kind of done. Everyone said I'm washed. I didn't wanna redeem myself really. And then I was like, oh yeah, I played League 4 years ago on like plat level. Let's see how far I can go. I used to play top lane in plat back then. Started playing top lane, was completely hard stuck in Emerald. Then I swapped to jungle, and since jungle is basically playing like an RTS game, I immediately went like to master in I think 3 to 4 weeks, and I don't know how this happened. And then I was like, a friend of mine was like, that's also playing in Prime 2. He said, "Oh yeah, go play female scene. There's big money to get." And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure. I will compete in female scene now." And yeah, first year I was too late to play EC. I also wasn't at the best level there, so I wouldn't have played it anyway, probably. But now after grinding 1 year, I still didn't make any of the big money, but now I'm in EC, I guess.
No big orcs, but you know you're in.
Yeah, exactly.
Next year, for game changers, trust.
Yeah, I hope. I for sure hope so.
All right. What was the biggest thing you took away from the Age of Empires times?
Uh, There's a lot of stuff. Like the thing is, RTS games are relatively similar to MOBAs from a strategic perspective and the way
Yeah.
you think about these games. So you can actually take away a lot. That's like why jungle works so well for most RTS players. I have some friends that are also switching and having great success in jungle because you also have to think a lot about the game in general, and also like the biggest thing, of course, APM. Like your APM is way higher. You have a mechanically really high ceiling when playing RTS games, so
Mm.
you're also really good at mechanics. And the most important thing, at least in Age of Empires, there's a lot of best of 7, best of 9 tournaments. So also my endurance is really high. So I don't have any problems playing like 15 solo queue games a day or 7 games of officials, three. Like I can also double block scrim every day without problems. So I think endurance and the overall gaming skill, I would say, like the fundamentals are really, really high for RTS players.
All right. Now switching topic a bit. How much time do you
Mhm.
spend on Twitter on average per day?
I was legit looking forward to that question. Probably it's not that much anymore. Like when I wake up, I spend like an hour on Twitter, shit post a bit, then I read some stuff, and then always between my games and before I go to sleep. So I would say like 3 to 4 hours a day. I think that's fine. Like honestly,
That's solid
in
Twitter
those
grind.
times, in those times, 4 hours a day is fine, I guess.
All right. Back to a little bit more seriousness.
Yeah.
You had the show match against Solari at the
Mhm.
beginning of the split. How was it? How did it come to be?
Uh, so Solary has these events every year where they showcase any roster with a show match, and I think they asked the big orgs, but I don't know how it went. Like I know that I think they wanted to play a big team, but no one had time or wanted to. So they were like asking for random mixes, and then since I mean we got Torlane's like pretty well connected in the Solari fans space, so Torlane was like, "Oh yeah, my team can play there," and then we kind of ended up there, and it was with our old roster
Yeah.
and with one substitute. So we had like Shirayuki that was never planned to be on the roster, and Dune that got replaced after, and was like basically our first match together in the full roster. So we didn't expect anything really, but then I don't know, we completely run them over in 2 games, and I don't know, it felt really great. And that was like that was the moment, in my opinion, where people started to realize, oh yeah, these fuckers, these random rookies, they actually can click a bit. They are decent enough players, and maybe they can be a threat. And that was like the start of everything, I would say.
Yeah. Uh, how did the off season go for you? Did you have any tryouts with big orcs, or did you just get rejected as everyone else?
uh, I got some tryouts for smaller teams, not really worth to mention, and the 2 tryouts I got were Game Wars.
Mhm.
In the end, great they didn't take me. I mean, after everything,
Yeah.
after everything that happened, yeah. So Game Wars tryouts were actually cool, but it was like, yeah, I was there, and then like 2 weeks after they had Sana tryouts, and I was like, okay, yeah, let's move on. That shit's over. And then I had the Solary tryouts where I completely ran it down the entire tryouts, so didn't get selected for close tryouts. And even before Solary tryouts, my team was already formed because I was like, yeah, I don't think I will get anything. I'm not really known. Even though I think my level is pretty high and I have a high ceiling, I was like, oh yeah, I can just ask some good friends.
Mm.
But not only friends, but like people that make sense in the roster. And so it was a random idea at 5 a.m. At 5 a.m., I messaged 5 of my best friends and said, oh yeah, I want to play. And then everyone said yes. And now we ended up here.
All right. I mean, just like Ultimo Minuto came to be, basically. It was
Yeah.
also River just being like, oh, I see those 4 people don't have a roster. Let's go.
Yes.
That's how the best rosters are built, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Do you have any role models for like League or outside of League?
Oh yeah. So my biggest role model ever is LS.
Mm-hmm.
Because as I said, I also use the coach professionally, and I'm also very analytic based, statistic based. So like this out of the box thinking, that's like completely my shit. And LS kind of gave me the vision for it. So that was like really cool. For also from Age of Empires times, my idol is obviously the Viper. Was really great getting to work with the Viper for Gamer Legion. So that was really really cool for me, and also brought me further. And in League, it's mostly the player that inspires me the most is Tarzan.
Mm-hmm.
Forever, since Griffin times, basically. I also have a Griffin Tarzan jersey
Damn.
back in my shelf somewhere, so I'm a really big fan. And also for female scene, there's one player when my friend told me, oh yeah, there's female scene, I watched Karina for a bit and think Karina is really cool.
Yeah.
And so she inspired me also a lot. So these are like the people that inspired me the most in esport, I would say.
Yeah, also something I hear often that Karina, especially for junglers, was a big role model early on. Especially, I think now, maybe not so much anymore, as she kind of
Yeah.
went in the background a bit. But yeah, especially early on when she dominated the scene, I think everyone was like, "Damn, she's way too good."
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Well, with that, who are your top 3 junglers in the EEC?
In the EEC, my top 3,
Yeah.
it's gonna be me.
All
No,
three?
joking. No, in my opinion, the ranking for me at least is pretty clear. For me, it's Shinna is the best in my opinion. Then there's like a small gap, and then there's Tress and Sana.
Mhm.
That's like my opinion on that. I think these are the 3 people that do the most for their team and also fill in like very important roles for their team. They're not like the most carry junglers or like most dominating, but they just know how the game works so well and just play jungle on a so smart and like they just play really decently, like really consistent, really good. They fix their teams. I think they're all 3 like playing how jungle is supposed to be played. I'm not like the type of person that plays jungle how it's supposed to be played. So yeah, I think these 3 are by far the best.
Okay. Was there any jungler in solo queue or in competitive that ever like reality checked you, where you was like that you were like, damn, I played against them and now I see the game completely different, or like, what the fuck? I just need to change
Oh,
everything.
I have to think about that. I played against. Oh, I played against like. I think there was one moment where I peaked basically and had a game against Isma.
Mhm.
Isma on Nidalee, and I got fucked so badly because, yeah, I mean, Isma is slightly better than me, only slightly though.
Yeah.
And I took away a lot from that because I wasn't a person that played really aggressive. I just farmed basically the entire time. That made me think like more out of the box, more thinking about invade timers, about setting up plays and stuff like that. So I think that was like a moment. But mostly there are not like many people that I look at. I just only look at myself most of the time. So
All right.
yeah.
Um, what's the structure in the team like for you? I mean, you're 5 rookies basically. How's the
Not for.
communication structure and like just in general the management structure and stuff like that?
I mean, it's as you would expect it somewhat. Like we are like good friends, all of us. Like
Mm.
right, we like playing with each other a lot. We chill even after scrims and officials. Uh, yeah. Besides that, the communication structure is like I wouldn't say weird. I think just like everyone's taking their part, and when there's moments that someone lacks, another person steps up. So I think I mean, mostly it's the same. Like right, support and jungle call the most shit, but we also have like mid support, mid AD carry and top are also like talking a lot. Like it's just a team effort for us.
Yeah.
We have like support and jungle that try to bring everyone on their terms, but also our other players that are saying a lot. And besides that, it's just very chill, right? We're playing a lot, we are chilling a lot, and it's just like a very friendly environment to work in. And that's also very important for me. I work best in environments where everyone likes each other and just likes to work with everyone and is just happy to be there with everyone. It's not like sometimes teams work like they're co-workers, right? And not
Yeah.
like friends.
Yeah.
You have that in the big orgs as well. Like there's money involved and they're like, oh yeah, I'm playing there because I get my 1K a month. And we are playing together because, oh yeah, we are friends. We all believe in the ability of each other and just want to show everyone that money doesn't buy you the best teams.
Yeah, I mean that was why, or one of the reasons why G2 was so strong 2019, right? Because of they just hung out all the time. They were best friends with each other.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean,
And I mean, also in female scene, there's also one example. Like, look at the NNO roster as an
yeah,
example. They won the ESC last year because they work together so well and like to work with each other.
yep.
Like orgs like Vitality and G2 had more money, but the spirit, the chemistry was way better in NNO the entire year.
Yeah, for sure. All right. How was it when Dune and Diana left? Diane left the team. Like, was it expected, or did you just like get kind of sold?
It came completely unexpected, to be honest. I think I never talked about it. I avoided the topic foremost. At the beginning, I was very fucking upset about that because, like as I said, it came out of the dark. No one really knew what the fuck was happening. First of all, I thought it's rage bait. By the way, that was the first thing I thought. I saw that message. Hey yo, we're leaving to Nexus Reapers, and I was like, yo, that's rage bait, right? And they said, oh yeah, no, that's not rage bait. I was like, oh yeah, okay, I guess. And I felt completely crushed in the moment. Like, it was like, oh yeah, we are here. We all like each other. We are friends. Why are we not doing this together? But then,
Mm.
like, a week after, I was like, actually, the change was very well needed. Like, Diane is a really good coach. Dune is also very good support, and also happy that she got a good roster. Like, there's nothing bad happening between us for now. Like, it was a bit scuffed in the beginning, but now it's like okayish between all of us. I talk with Diane frequently as well. And we need a change. Like, the team never got together that well because Dune had a different way to play the game that I had as an example, and we never really got along that well in the game. And since Dune replaced Yana, which I said before was my favorite player of last year, and I was like, oh yeah, I need to play with this person, and we got to get her in, was really amazing for me.
Mm.
And also for coach position, like there are, in my opinion, not many coaches that are better than Fox in the entirety of league scene.
Yeah.
Fox made the team grow so hard, made me grow as a person so hard, made me view the game in points I never realized were even possible. Like, I think they changed the team for better and actually implemented a lot more stuff that helps us.
Right. Well, that's great to hear that even though things are scuffed, they will work out in the end. uh,
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely.
you alluded onto it a bit, but like Tollain mentioned it as well, that it was for the better anyways that they left. Not
Yes.
in any bad way, but yeah, I mean,
I think
it's,
I think they will. I think they will find success otherwhere. Like,
yeah,
it's esports. Like, sometimes shit doesn't work, and you search for your players otherwhere, and maybe it works, maybe it doesn't work. I mean, that's just how it works, right?
yeah, and there was
So
also no obligation or anything or contractually
yeah, exactly.
bound to the team, so it's just chill like that. And if it works out for
Yeah,
the better, then I mean, why not take it?
yeah, exactly.
All right. Um, how confident are you in getting out of the group stage?
Very confident. I have zero doubts we will not make it out.
Okay, crazy. Um, what's do you think is the biggest strength of the team?
I think we are playing a really, really untraditional way of playing League of Legends, right? Most people play a really structured game. We like to. Our biggest strengths are like in the team fight department and objective fight department. So we like to skirmish the shit out of people. We just like to fight and try to set up the good fight moments for us the entire time. I think if we get to team fighting, we are one of the best teams in EC, maybe even the best when it comes down to that. And that's like the thing. If we don't fall behind that hard and just get our objectives and just try to get in the mid game, if we get our mid game fights, we just basically win every game. I think we can beat every team in that department. And I think that makes us also really fun to watch. Like, we play some untraditional champions in some very untraditional ways as well. I like to cook a lot in the item build
Yeah.
department and on the pick department. So yeah, I think we are overall very, very entertaining to watch. I think that's what makes us very special.
Well, then it's good that I get to watch all the games. um, what's the team or a player you're the most excited to play up against?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me think about that for a bit. There are, of course, a lot of great players. And I mean, the first person I'm looking at is Feng, because me and Feng are very, very good friends. We also met each other at the media day, and we just vibe so fucking well. And the entire Las Davinas roster, basically. We are all very good friends. I like them a lot. Like, they are very cool. We also casted them.
Yeah, I
We
saw
are
that.
chilling. Like, that's cool. Also, I mean, I will also look in jungle specifically. I'm of course hyped for the Shinna matchup, right? That's like a point where you can prove yourself, because
Yeah.
Shinna is definitely the best jungler in the EC. Yeah, but I'm just very hyped overall. Like, we have a cool group. I mean, I will say it as well. Like, we have the by far easier group. I think that's not up to debate.
Yeah.
But we'll also, like, we have some fun games. I think also the most important thing in our group is like, I think WAG is clear last place for everyone and G2 clear first place, but everyone else just kind of mixed up, right? So I think we can create a lot of interesting matchups there.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Vitality is everyone's number one villain right now, so
Yes. Ours as well to some extent. I mean, maybe some of you read the Torlane article. She made
Yep.
some banter, but like it's like nothing bad. Like no bad blood between us and the Vitality players. Like Vitality have also some players I chill with and vibe a lot. Yushi as an example, I like a lot.
Yep.
Like nothing bad there. It's just get some banter in, right? Like that's why
Yeah.
we are here.
We need the stakes. Without stakes, it's
Yeah,
boring.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay. What are your general expectations for the tournament?
You mean for us specifically,
Yeah, for you
or?
specifically. I mean, everyone bets on GG winning, so I mean.
Yeah, I would also bet on that. By the way, like I think it would make the most sense for them. I mean, that's for sure. But we can be a major threat to everyone. I said that before. I think if a team doesn't prepare enough for what we are doing and how we are playing, we can pretty much upset everyone. And I think that's also the thing. Like I think we have at least the ability to win and some stakes against every team, even against G2, SK as an example.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like in the end, it's relies on who is in the better form of the day. I would say that. So if everything goes perfectly well, the development keeps growing like that, and we get good days every day, I think we can win the entire ESC. That's for sure. But more realistic for us would at least be playoffs, semifinals, something in between that for me. I know that people underestimate us a lot, but I firmly believe that we can make a really good run.
Okay, so I mean, qualifying to game changers would be the goal, I guess.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. That's
Yeah.
the number one goal, of course. Like game changers qualification means so much for everyone. Like
Yeah.
the big orgs are looking at that, and if you have a spot, your position for negotiations is so much better.
Yes, for sure. All right. That's it from my side. Do you have any closing words?
I just want to say thank you to everyone supporting us. It's been a great ride. We came from basically nothing, a random 4 a.m. idea, and have such a big fan base for now. There are so many people supporting us, and it always feels great. Like we play and have so many people watching and so many people cheering for us, and it just feels amazing. Just thank you very much for everyone out there supporting us. Thank you to my team for believing in us, and let's see each other at EC and see who will win it in the end.
Let's see each other in Gamescom, huh?
Yeah, exactly,
And
exactly.
all the Femmes Fatales fans are gonna be there.
Yeah, of course. Like,
Of
I
course.
hope so.